Hello, rail fans. This morning we're down here in Homerville, Georgia. There's a northbound coming from the Waycross area. He's heading towards Valdosta and should be here in just a few minutes. Just wanted to say hello and thanks for all that watch these videos and support us. We thank you. And just wanted to say howdy. M650 should be any time now, so we'll just wait and see. Anywho, thanks a lot for watching.
CSX M650-20 heading from Waycross to Montgomery, Alabama. And if you don't think it's a thrill, be this close to the railroad track when they come by at 55 miles an hour. Awesome. Actually did not know what the train number was going to be and where it's headed, but it is coming out of Rice Yard and is making its way to well, it'll make its way to Nahunta, Georgia, where then it'll turn north and come back to Jessup, Georgia, to get back on the main line headed north. It's a new thing CSX has done to allow them to have the equivalent of a double track by routing trains a little eastward and then north, and just improve flow. But this portion alone was over 14 minutes in length, so we did do some editing here for time's sake. Well, after my wife gets down the engine numbers, she usually takes Hank for a walk. And Hank loves to smell the new things that he finds out there in the areas where we stop. He has probably 50 million smell memories in that brain of his. But Hank's a good traveler, and he likes to ride, and he does watch the train sometimes. Stand there and just watch it go by. I'm not sure why, but I like flat cars, and I like tank cars. Two of my favorite cars, I guess, of all the things that are out there on the rail. I think the flat cars come from back when I was a kid. They used to do a lot of pulpwooding in South Georgia, and you would see these cars come by that would be loaded with pulpwood. And when I set up my HO scale train set a few years back, I bought several enough train cars to make consist of nothing but log carrying flat cars. And so just one of the things that I observed when I'm out there brings back memories when you was a kid. While my wife was walking Hank, she happened to notice the DP come by, and so when she got back to the truck, she asked me if there was a DP for sure, or she was just seeing things. But I was able to get the number down for our log. We keep a log book of all the engine numbers that we see, the date that we see them, and the town that we see them in. It's just part of the hobby. It doesn't mean anything to anybody but me, and it's just something that I do, and it's become quite a collection.
I think I see the end of it. I can finally see the end of this thing. Huh? Yeah, I have one. Water should be cold by now. It's always fun to get that special toot when
and they acknowledge that they see you there, and sometimes you can see that they'll have the window open and they'll also give you a hand and wave. Just part of the fun. I was talking to someone at church, and they asked, "Why in the world do you like trains?" And I just said, "Because I do." Something funny about the hoppers, though, is you can tell, not at slow speed as much, but when they're going at fast speed, you can tell when they're empty or loaded just by the sound of them. And I thought that's kind of unique that some cars, you can look at the spring coil compression to see if they're loaded, but hoppers, you can tell just by the very sound that they make. Little did we know that we were about to see a train that had a total of 8 engines, seven engines and a DP unit. The unique thing was seeing those Kansas City Southern engines and the Canadian National. Decided to leave Waycross and follow the CSX up through Douglas, Fitzgerald, Rebecca, into Cordele. Something we've been wanting to do for several outings and just never did quite make that happen. Today, as we were coming through Douglas, we got there just about the same time a southbound was heading through the crossings, and if we could have been there maybe 10 minutes earlier, we could have had time to set up and get the camera rolling to catch the southbounder. So we came on from Douglas, come on up to Fitzgerald. We found this crossing here that was out of the way, and really an easy place to set up, and was out of the way from other traffic and people. So little did we know, though, that we was going to find the train that had all the Kansas City Southerns in it, and that many engines in a single consist. We also found that there was a DP unit right smack dab in the middle of it. It wasn't an overly long train, but I'm sure they was transferring those engines up north somewhere. But we thought that was a very unique find. Because of the length of the videos, we did chase this train. Was going to go to Rebecca next, but Rebecca, you have to make a dogleg turn to get down there to it, and I wasn't sure if this train had the priority or not, so we decided to go on to Cordele, because if we missed it in Rebecca, we would never make it to Cordele in time to catch it again. So part 2 has a continuation where we saw several more trains that day. We saw a total of 9 trains on this Saturday that we were out watching trains, and we got 10 videos, which this same train is in the part 2 as you see it in Cordele. And so we do thank you for watching. We appreciate you staying with us and listen to what we have to say, and we hope you can find that we enjoy sharing what we find is fun to do, and something that's something I've loved ever since I was a kid. Be sure and watch part 2 for the continuation of the fun that we were having on this Saturday. And we again appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more.